Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Today we will start unit number 9. The theorems of unit 9 you have learned and you have practiced a lot. Now we will discuss the statements, objective and all the definitions and all the short question answers of unit number 9. Students, first of all, the first definition is circle. What is a circle? Circle is basically a locus of moving point which is equidistant from some fixed point. Locus of moving point means that it is a special pattern of a moving point. You can observe from here that if you will observe the pattern of a circle, you can see here a circle is moving, a point is moving in a special pattern, and you can observe that this point is equidistant from some fixed point. If we will say this fixed point name as O, you can observe from here all the points or this point when this point is moving in a special pattern, this point's distance is same everywhere. You can observe this distance is same, this is same, this is same, so which is equidistant from the fixed point. So a circle is a locus of moving point. Basically, circle is a collection of the paths of a moving point which is equidistant from some fixed point. So this point everywhere is having same distance from some fixed point. That fixed point is said to be O. So this is said to be a circle. All these points, if I will join the pattern of this one point, it is moving on which pattern? The locus of this point means that the collection of the path of this point is said to be circle. When I will join all the points, it will be a circle. So okay students, now we will discuss radial segment, or in general word you can say radius. Radial segment or radius, all of you are familiar. Suppose that I have taken any point on the circle. This is a point on the circle, and if I will take the distance from this point to the fixed point or to the center, then this is said to be the radius or this segment. If I suppose this point as A, this line segment AO is said to be radial segment. What is a radial segment? Radial segment is a line segment. You can observe here it is a line segment determined by center. It is a line segment between center and point on a circle, and any point on a circle. You can take any of the points. Suppose that I have taken this point. Suppose this is point B, and you can draw the radial segment from any point to the circle. This is said to be the radial segment, and length of this radial segment is said to be radius. Okay. Now the next definition is circumference. All of you are familiar from the circumference. Circumference is length of boundary of a circle. You are having this boundary of a circle, or you can say the perimeter of a circle is also called circumference. The formula to find the length of a boundary is 2 pi r. You must be having the value of radius of a circle, or you must be having the value of pi. All of you are familiar from the value of pi, that is fixed 3.14. So when you will multiply these three things, you will find the length of the boundary of this circle. That is said to be circumference. Next thing is that arc. If arc is any portion of a circumference. If I want to take any portion of this circle, for example, if I will take the point A here and I will take the point B here, point A I will take here. So this portion from A to B, the portion on a circle from A to B is said to be an arc, or you can take this portion from this side as well. If you will take the lower portion from A to B, this is also called the arc. Any portion on the circumference of a circle is called arc. This AB is arc. You can see it is a curved. The curved path is also called arc. Chord. Basically, chord is a line segment joining any 2 points on the circumference of a circle. If I will take any 2 points on the circumference, this is point A and this is point B, and if I will join these 2 points, this is a line segment. A line segment that joins any 2 points on the circumference of a circle is called chord. This chord can be anywhere. You can take these type of 2 points anywhere on the circumference of a circle. You can take point A here, you can take point C here, you can join A with C. So this is also called AC is a chord. Chord is basically a join of line segment that joining the 2 points on the circumference of a circle. Okay students, now the next definition is segment. Segment is basically a portion of a circle bounded by an arc and corresponding chord. For example, if you will draw a chord in a circle, if I will take the point C here and I will take the point D here and I will join these points, this is a chord. The portion of a circle between two points, between a chord and a corresponding arc, this portion is said to be your segment. If AB is a chord and this corresponding arc is this, so the portion between this chord and an arc is the segment. Or the best example of the segment is that when you cut any watermelon, for example, if you will cut the watermelon, that piece you will get is said to be the segment. That is the shape of the segment. Now the sector is basically a figure bounded by, or an area or a portion bounded by 2 radii. If on a circle you will take 2 radii, 2 radius, OA is a radius, OB is a radius. A portion between these 2 radius and the corresponding arc, or the arc intercepted between them. Their central arc, between the arc that is present between 2 radii OA and OB, the arc is this. So this area, this portion is said to be sector. The best example of this sector is that hope all of you are familiar from them, or all of you love to eat pizza. If you will cut the piece of a pizza, so the slice of a pizza is the best example of a sector. Sector look like the piece of pizza. This is said to be sector, or that is, you can observe from the pizza as well. When you observe, you will see that the portion that you are having, the piece of the pizza, that is the portion between 2 radii and the arc intercepted between them. Now we'll discuss the statements of unit number 9. These statements are present on different pages. I have mentioned here the page number. First one is the example, the statement of an example, that is on page number 181. Only one circle can be drawn through the vertices of a rectangle. Suppose that you are having a rectangle and there are, all of you are familiar, there are 4 vertices of a rectangle. So they have said that only one circle can pass through the vertices of a rectangle. How and what is the process? If you will draw first of all the rectangle, to draw the 2 diagonals of a rectangle, the point of intersection of these 2 diagonals will be center of a circle. You will place the compass at the point of intersection of the diagonals and then you will draw the circle. So all of you can observe here the point of intersection of a diagonals of a rectangle is only 1. So that's why they are saying only one center is there and only one circle can be drawn through the 4 vertices of a rectangle. Second one is corollary 1, that is on page number 183. Perpendicular bisectors of a chord of a circle. If you are having a chord and you will draw a perpendicular bisector of that chord, passes through center of a circle, that must pass through the center of a circle. What does it mean? For example, you are having this chord AB of a circle. If you will draw a perpendicular bisector, how you will draw? you will take the midpoint, you will draw perpendicular bisector. Okay, so AB is your any chord and you will draw perpendicular bisector. Suppose that this OD is the perpendicular bisector. So what they are saying, this perpendicular bisector must pass through the center. If you will draw this perpendicular bisector long, you will prolong it, you will produce it. You draw perpendicular bisector like this D, and suppose this point is as E. DE is your perpendicular bisector on any chord. So you are observing here, this perpendicular bisector is passing through center of the circle, passing through the point O. So they are saying if you are having a chord, perpendicular bisector of this chord must passing through the center of the circle. Now we will discuss the corollary 2, that is corollary number 2, that is on page number 183. The diameter of a circle passes through, if you want to draw the diameter, they have said it will pass through the midpoint of two parallel chords. If you are having two parallel chords, suppose that I am having this circle, AB is a chord and CD is also a chord, both the chords are parallel, then they are saying that midpoints, you require midpoints of two chords. Midpoint of AB I have taken this, and the midpoint of CD I have taken this. Now they are saying that diameter of this circle, now they are saying that if we will join these midpoints with the help of scale, so you can observe that this is a diameter of a circle. This is a diameter of a circle. Okay students, so the next statement is of question number 1 of exercise 9.1, that is on page number 184. This statement you have to learn as well. It is basically a question, but the questions proof is not in your syllabus. This exercise only 2 questions that I have solved, that is included, and the statements of all the questions are included. So the first statement is that diameter of a circle bisect each other. If you will draw the diameter, what is the diameter? Diameter is such type of a chord which passes through the center. AB is a diameter, CD is also a diameter. So you can observe from here both the diameters bisect each other, they cut each other at one point. That is said that diameter of a circle cut each other at one point. You can take any other diameter as well. You can take this diameter, this is E F, and you can take this diameter G H. The diameter E F and G H also you can observe that it bisect at one point. So all the diameters bisect at one point. Friends, here the word bisect means that to cut it into equal parts. Diameter of a circle bisect each other means that they cut each other into two equal parts. You can see here OA is equals to OB and OC is equals to OD. So diameter of circle bisect each other, they meet each other at one point and they cut each other into two equal parts. The question number 2 is, two chords of a circle do not pass through the center, cannot bisect. If the chords, these are diameters are also basically a chord, but the difference between simple chord and diameter is that the chord that passes through the midpoint is said to be the diameter. Two chords of a circle do not pass through the center, cannot bisect. If you are having such type of two chords which are not passing through the center, means that these chords are not diameter. If the chords passes through the center, these are said to be diameter. So they have said you have taken two chords of a circle. I have taken AB and CD. These are two chords which do not pass through the center. If they are not passing from the center, they will not bisect. If they pass through the center, they will set diameter and they will intersect each other. So these two are converse of each other. If you are having two diameters, they will every time bisect each other. If you are having two chords, these are not diameters, then they do not, if they do not pass through center, means that these are not diameters, then they will not bisect each other. You can take from here the example, you can take any of the chords which are not passing through the center. These are parallel, they will not bisect each other. These questions are on page number 184. Next is the statement of example that is present on page 185. Last statement is there, that this is last line of page 185. Largest chord in a circle is diameter. If you want to find the length of each chord, for example, I have taken chords here, I have taken a lot of chords here. So in this diagram you can see AB is a chord, CD is a chord, EF is a chord. Largest chord in a circle is diameter. They have said if you want to find the length of all the chords and which one will be the largest, if without calculating the length of the chord you can tell that CD will be largest. Why? Because it is a diameter. This chord passes through the center. Or in the diagram you can also observe, you can see that the length of AB look like smaller than from CD, and length of EF also look like smaller from CD. Length of CD looks like larger from EF and AB. So they have said that the largest chord is the chord which passes through the center, or the largest chord is diameter of the circle. You can also find the length as well. The length of AB is 4 cm, length of EF is 3 cm, but the length of CD is 6 cm. So you can see here the largest chord is a diameter. Next one is exercise 9.2 statement is question number 1 statement. Exercise 9.2 is on page number 186. Okay students, now we will discuss the statement of exercise 9.2, the question number 1, that is on page number 186. Question number 1 statement is also included in your objective. If two equal chords of a circle intersect, suppose that A, B and C, D are two equal chords. AB's length I have taken 4 cm and CD's length I have taken 4 cm, and both of they are intersecting at one point. If two chords of a circle intersect, then what will be happen? Segment of one chord. What is a segment? I have told that a segment is a portion of chord and the corresponding arc. So what will be the segment of AB? This is your AB. The segment of AB is this. Segment of AB, the portion of a chord and the corresponding arc is this. So then segment of one is equal to the corresponding segment of other. So the segment of one means that if you will find the area of this segment, it will be equal to the segment of the other. What is the other segment? If you consider the chord CD, this is chord CD, and the corresponding arc of CD is this area. So they are saying that the segment that is produced by CD and an arc is equals to the segment of AB. If two chords are equal, this is possible only in the case when the two chords are equal. If the two chords are equal, then their corresponding segments will be also equal. Okay students, now we will start exercise 9.1. Question number 3 we have to solve. The questions that I will solve here, you have to solve only that questions. Remaining questions are not in your syllabus. So question number 3 is, if the length of the chord AB is equals to 8 cm and its distance from this center is 3 cm, means you are having a circle, and in the circle you have to take a chord of 8 cm, and the distance of this chord from the center is also given 3 cm. We have to find the diameter of a circle. Suppose that this is your circle and we are having a chord. Anywhere you can take chord A, B. The length of the chord is 8 cm and the distance of chord from the midpoint to the center we used to take the distance. So distance of a chord from center to the midpoint of the chord is 3 centimeter. We have to find the diameter of a circle. So what is given here? First of all, we will write the given data. Measure of AB is equals to 8 centimeter. Measurement of, suppose this central point as O. Measure of O, and we used to take this point, the middle point, as D. Okay students, we used to take this point D, that we have taken the distance of a chord from the chord to the center. So I have told that this is the method. You will take the distance of a chord from center, from the midpoint of the chord to the center. So D is the midpoint of AB, and OD we have given automatically. When AB is 8 centimeter, so AD and DB are 4 centimeter. Basically we have to find the diameter of a circle. Diameter of circle directly we cannot find. First we will find the radius, and then we will multiply radius with 2, we will find the diameter. So for that purpose we have to join O with A of any side. You can join O with B as well. We have joined O with A, you can join O with B as well. From both the sides the answer will be same. If you observe carefully, OA is a radius, or this is a right angle triangle. I have told that OD is perpendicular, ODA is a right angle triangle from, okay students, so in the right angle triangle AOD, what is given? OD is given and AD is given, and we have to find OA. If you observe carefully, it is a right angle triangle and the side opposite to 90 degree is said to be hypotenuse. OA is basically hypotenuse. So here we will apply the Pythagoras theorem, that is hypotenuse square is equals to perpendicular square plus base square. We have applied the Pythagoras theorem because it is a right angle triangle and OA is a hypotenuse. You can observe it is opposite to the 90 degree. OA, we have to find the value of OA. You can write here OA is a radius, or OA as it is you can write, is equals to OD. OD is given 3 centimeter. OD is 3 centimeter, 3 whole square plus AD. AD is 4 centimeter, 4 whole square. So R square is equals to 9 plus 16. 16 plus 9 is 25. We will take the square root on both the sides. It will be square root of 25 and it will be 5. We will not write plus minus with this. Why? Because the radius of a circle cannot be negative. This thing will come in your mind. Everywhere we have written the minus sign with the questions. Why we are not writing the minus sign here? Because radius of a circle cannot be negative. So that's why I will take only the positive value. So this is the radius. Write the unit with this. But we have to find the diameter. So the diameter is 2r, double of the radius, which is equals to 2 multiplied by 5, which is equals to 10 centimeter. So we have find the value of diameter. Okay students, now we will solve question number 4. Question number 4 is calculate the length of the chord. We have to find the length of any chord which stands 5 centimeter from the center of the circle. Means that suppose that AB is the chord and we are having the distance of this chord from the center. I have told that how you will take the distance of the chord from the center. You will draw the perpendicular from the chord, from the midpoint of the chord to the center, and then it will be the perpendicular distance from the chord to the center. So OD is the distance that is given 5 centimeter, and one thing more is given, radius of the circle is also given. If you will draw the diagram, suppose that we are having a circle and AB we are having any chord The distance from the chord to the center is OD, that is given 5 centimeter. If I will join O with A, it is your radius, that is given 9 centimeter. So radius and OD is given. We have to find the length of the chord. Total complete chord length is AB centimeter. But as you know that we are having the concern with the right angle triangle from AOD right angle triangle. First we will find AD, and as all of you are familiar, in question number 3 I have told that D is the midpoint of AB. So if you will find AD, DB will also be same, and you will add AD plus DB, or you will multiply 2 with AD, it will be AB, the value of AB. So from the triangle AOD, we will apply the Pythagoras theorem, that is hypotenuse square OA is your hypotenuse, OD is your perpendicular, and AD is your base. Now we will put the values. OA is 9 centimeter, OD is your 5 centimeter, AD we have to find, let it, AD will be as it is. 9 nines are 81, minus this 5 square will be adding on this side, is adding on this side, it will be subtract on the other side. 5 square is 25, it will be subtract on this side, it is equals to AD whole square. Okay students, so 81 minus 25 is 56, and there is whole square on AD, so we will take square root on both these sides. Square root of 56 is 7.48, so value of AD is 7.48 centimeter, and AB is double of measure of AB. Basically we have to find, but the measure of AB is double of measure of AD, so we will multiply this 2 with 7.48. we are having the answer 14.97 centimeter. These are very easy questions. Okay students, now we are and find the distance between two chords. You can see here in the diagram all the data is given. AB and CD are two chords they have given, O is the center they have given, and the length of chord AB they have given 6 centimeter, the length of chord CD they have given 8 centimeter, and OC radius they have given 5 centimeter. So you can observe from here the data that is given, and from the figure they are saying find the distance between two chords. AB and CD are two chords, and distance between two chords is distance E and F. I have mentioned these two names by myself. Remaining all the data was labeled in the diagram. E, I have given this name of the midpoint of AB E, and I have given the name of midpoint of CD F. So we have to find distance between two chords, that is E and F. So as you can observe from here in the triangle OAE, if from this right angle triangle if you will find OE, and from the lower right angle triangle you will find OF, then you will add OE and OF, you will get EF. Directly you cannot find EF. So how you can find EF? If you will find EO from the upper triangle and you will find OF from the lower right angle triangle, then you will add these two and you can find the value of EF. Students, first of all look at the given data. They have given you the whole length of AB. If AB complete is 6 centimeter, then what will be its half? AE will be 3 centimeter. That we have to write by ourselves after thinking. If AB is 6 centimeter, AE will be 3 centimeter. Similarly, if CD is given 8 centimeter, length of CD is given 8 centimeter, what will be the half? What will be the value of CF? CF will be half of 8, that is 4 centimeter. So these two lengths we have write by ourselves. Then OC they have given radius, OC is given. If OC is a radius, we will join O with A. OA is also radius, because everywhere the distance from any point of the circle from the center is said to be radius. So OA is also radius. OA, OC both are 5 centimeter. We have to find EF. It's very easy, so that's why I have applied the Pythagoras theorem by myself. You can also solve. Pythagoras theorem is very easy. You have applied it in physics as well and in maths as well. Hypotenuse square, first of all look at the triangle OAE. In the triangle OAE, hypotenuse is OA, so hypotenuse square is equals to perpendicular square plus base square. Hypotenuse is 5 centimeter, OE we have to find, and the base is 3 centimeter. So 3 square is adding on this side, we will subtract on the other side. 5 square is 25, 3 square is 9, 25 minus 9 is 16, and when we will take the square root on both the sides, OE we have find the value of OE, that is 4 centimeter. Value of OE we have find, that is 4 centimeter. Similarly, in the triangle OCF, in the lower triangle, OC is the hypotenuse, so OC square is equals to CF square plus OF square. OC is 5 centimeter, CF is 4 centimeter, and OF we have to find. So 4 square will be subtracted on this side. 25 minus 16 is 9, and square root of 9 is 3 centimeter. So students, we have find. Okay students, so the final step is measurement of EF. Measurement of EF will be equals to sum of OF plus OE. We have find the value of OE, that is 4 centimeter. We have find the value of OF, that is 3 centimeter. We will add 4 plus 3, 7 centimeter. So the value of EF, that is distance between the two chords, is equals to 7 centimeter. Okay students, now we will discuss the miscellaneous exercise 9. That is, first question number 1 is multiple choice question. MCQs are there. You have to pick the correct option. Part number 1 is, in this circular figure, the figure is given ADB. ADB is called, you have to label D here. D is the midpoint of chord AB. So they are asking ADB is, you are familiar, a straight line that cut the circumference of a circle. Line segment that cut the circumference of a circle is called chord. So this is a chord. Okay students, so the part number 2 is, in a circular figure ACB is called. In this figure you can see here ACB is a curved path, so it is said to be an arc. Third one is, in the circular figure AOB is called. In this diagram you can see AOB, as O is a center of a circle, so a chord that passes from the center of a circle is called diameter. So its correct option is D, diameter. In a circular figure, two chords AB and CD are equidistant from the center. Both of them are on equal distance. They will be, you have read the statement of the theorem here, if the two chords are equal distance from the center, then the chords are congruent. So the chords will be congruent. Radii of a circle are, radii of circle means all the radii you can find from the circle that you have find. For example, you can take any point from here. This is one radius, OA is one radius, OB is one radius. So all the radii of circle are equal. A chord passing through center of a circle is called, a chord passing through center of a circle is called diameter. Right bisector of a chord of a circle always passes through. It is also a statement we have done. Right bisector of a chord. You can look in this diagram. It is a chord, and this is a right bisector. Right bisector means that a line that is perpendicular on previous line, making the angle of 90 degree, as well as it passed from the midpoint of a chord. So OH is a perpendicular bisector or right bisector of AB, so it must be passing from the center. It always passes from the center. This circular region bounded by two radii and the corresponding arc. If you remember the definitions, I have told that I have given the example of pizza as well. When you are having two radii and the corresponding arc, that type of portion or circular region is said to be sector of a circle. The circular region bounded by two radii and the corresponding arc. If you remember the definition of a sector, I have given the example of pizza as well. When you are having two radii and the arc, corresponding arc between them, intercepted between them, that is said to be sector of a circle. The distance of any point of the circle to its center. Distance of any point to its center is said to be radius. Line segment joining any point of the circle to the center is called, if you will take any point and you will join that point to the circle, it is called radial segment. This line segment is called radial segment. Locus of point in a plane equidistant from a fixed point is called, it is definition of a circle, this is called circle. Symbol for a triangle is denoted by, all of you are familiar from this symbol, that is called this symbol. A complete circle is divided into 360 degree. Through how many non-collinear points a circle can pass? Through how many non-collinear points? Through 3 or more than 3 non-collinear points the circle can pass. Now students, these are the questions of definitions. I have told briefly, but few definitions are there that I will discuss here. Differentiate between the following terms and illustrate them by diagram. Here the diagrams are must, and all of you are familiar. The question of differentiate, you have to write after drawing a line between them, and there must be two differences. One will be definition and the second difference will be diagram. A circle and a circumference, both the definition I have defined. You will draw a line between them. One side you will write circle, on one side you will write circumference. First point will be their definition, second point will be their diagram. Chord and diameter of a circle, both I have explained. A chord and arc of a circle I have explained. Okay students, the fourth part is minor arc and major arc of a circle. If you are having a circle AB, from A to B, this upper portion is said to be minor arc because this portion is less than the half of a circle. And from the lower side AB, if you will observe from lower side AB, this is said to be major arc because the area or the length of an arc is greater than the half of a circle. Part number 5 is interior and exterior of a circle. Interior of a circle means the portion, the area that is present inside the circle. The points, the area that is present inside the circle is called interior of a circle, and the area, the points that lies outside the boundary of a circle is said to be exterior of a circle. Proper definitions are written in the PDF. You have to learn it from them. You have to learn and you have to write on your NEET register. Sector and segment I have explained. All the definitions are written in the summary. All the definitions are written on your first page of the chapter. That page number 180, you have to learn the definitions. You can learn the definitions from 180 page. You can learn the definition from 188 page, or you can learn all the definitions from page number 271. These are present on page number 271 as well. Students, your today's diary is all the definitions and all the objective of unit number 9, all the statements and all MCQs, every type of objective you have to prepare, you have to learn. And the question number 3, 4 of exercise 9.1 and question number 3 of exercise 9.2 means total 3 questions are there that I have explained in the video. You have to write on your NEET register, practice these 3 questions on your NEET register.